YouTube, what is going on, Lakers family? In today's video, we got some NBA news involving the Los Angeles Lakers. Well, today there's been recent reports coming out that NBA contenders are reportedly monitoring Grizzlies players for a trade, and they do have some interesting, attractive pieces on their team. Now, the Memphis Grizzlies, they're just struggling. They're dealing with injuries. They just haven't been able to stay healthy. They're missing their superstar point guard in John Morant. He is their best player on the team. And it's not like the last 3 seasons or a couple seasons where they had Dylan Brooks, Tyus Jones, where they could win games without John Morant, because there were times where he was dealing with injuries. They were winning games, but that's not the case this time, right? Dylan Brooks, their defender, he did go to the Houston Rockets in free agency, so they lost him. You also got Tyus Jones, their guard, who went to the Washington Wizards. So things are just different this season. The record is 4-13, 14th in the Western Conference. John Morant suspended for 25 games. You also got Brandon Clark, who's out with the injury. He's missing some time due to like Achilles, something like that. And you're also missing your center in Steve Adams with like end of season surgery. So things are just piling up for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's not looking good. Well, it does say that, but that isn't any kind of representation of players on their team. In fact, there are multiple very attractive pieces on the Grizzlies, according to NBA executives. According to a report from Michael Scuttle from Hoops Hype today, NBA executives are monitoring 2 Grizzlies players for trades: Luke Kennard and John Concher. In that case of John Concher, the Boston Celtics, the Golden State Warriors, and the Los Angeles Lakers are the 3 teams that are monitoring him. Luke Kennard, he may be injured right now, but before his injury went down, he was averaging a stat line of 8.3 points per game, 2.9 rebounds, and 2 assists on 36/37/100 shooting. It's been a very weak season thus far for Luke Kennard, whose career's averages of 9.8 points per game, 2.8 rebounds, and 2 assists on 45/44/88 shooting. Any team in the NBA could use 3-point shooting, but especially any contending team, which I do agree. And one of those teams are the Los Angeles Lakers, just because of the fact that we are deep, we are dealing with the injuries, and also our 3-point shooting has been questionable at times. We're very inconsistent. There will be times where we're shooting red hot. D'Angelo Russell's shooting red hot, and he's just very inconsistent. And also, Torian Prince started the season shooting well, and now he's just falling apart. There's been games where he's shooting well. Last night in the Pistons win, when we blow him out, he was like 3 of 4 from the 3-point. So the Pistons are just terrible. They have 15 straight losses. But that's not the point of the video, right? You get what I'm trying to say. We are bottom in the league in 3-point percentage, so we do need to improve on that department. 33.9% is not going to cut it. We are ranked 28th in 3-point percentage, so that is terrible. Last season, we were ranked around 27, 28, so in that same range, right? Now, Luke Kennard, he's a solid 3-point shooter. I would love him on the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm just saying his stats, his percentages from the 3-point and from the field is going down due to injuries, and it's just one of those seasons for the Memphis Grizzlies. So it's not good for the Memphis Grizzlies. They're missing their star in John Morant, and just haven't been able to stay healthy, right? Now, the interesting is I do like John Concher. He has the ability to shoot the 3-ball, but he doesn't always have the best stats, don't always show up in the stat sheet, which is not the most important thing. His 3-point shooting does stand out. He's averaging 3 points per game, 4.2 rebounds, and 1.7 assists on 35/32/50 shooting, similar to Luke Kennard's shooting. Concher's numbers are a downgrade from his career numbers, most likely because of how injury-ravaged the Memphis Grizzlies are. Even if rival executives are monitoring players on the Grizzlies, Memphis Grizzlies, they shouldn't be looking to give up anyone up just quite yet. This team has been so ravaged by injuries that wouldn't be fair to judge what the Memphis Grizzlies are capable of until John Morant and fewer other pieces come back, which does make sense just because it's still early onto the season. We're like, 16, 17, 18 games into the season, and they're just dealing with injuries, and it's a long 82-game season, so there's less games in that. You get what I'm trying to say? So we should keep an eye with the Memphis Grizzlies. But for right now, this is where they at. Until John Morant comes back, I do expect them to play better basketball. But hopefully it's not too little too late. The Los Angeles Lakers, they're still trying to climb up. We are 11-8 record. That's a positive. We are the 7th seed in the Western Conference. The Memphis Grizzlies, This is going to be the first time in a while that they wouldn't even be a playoff team. If the playoffs started today or the in-season tournament started today, they wouldn't even be in it. So, Lakers fans, you voice your opinions in the comment section. What do you guys think of this idea? And also, I did make a video today, a trade idea for the Lakers to trade for Cedi Osman and also sharpshooter Doug McDermott from the San Antonio Spurs, because there's been recent reports coming out from Hoops Hype today that the Spurs two players are going to be available for trade, like coming into the trade deadline. They're expecting also their guard in Devontae Graham, I guess. So that's going to be very interesting. But I also got to say before I end this video off that Luke Kennard, the sharpshooter of the Memphis Grizzlies, he's not going to be a free agent till 2 seasons, 2025. It's currently 2023, so he's going to be in contract for another 2 seasons, and he's owed 14.76 million this season and has a team option clause also worth about 14.76 million. My apology, almost lost my train of thought, for the 2024-25 season. So I'm out of here. Peace.